Good morning. TJ, how you doing? James Hall, good to see you. Good morning. Got a truck backing into a dock up here. Deborah Spiker, how you doing? Looks like uh looks like they fixed the chat. I can actually see it when it pops up. Gonna be a little bouncy here for a few minutes. I got five in here. Is it Greg? Good morning. Well, I caught everybody opening their eyes this morning, didn't I? That's a good deal. Yeah, I'm going up to up north, northwest, to the state just west of you, Deborah. You've been up for a bit? Yeah, I think I got up at 5. I don't know if you saw the title and thumbnail and whatnot, but next couple of days there's probably going to be quite a bit of traffic today and tomorrow. I don't know. It varies. I do know that traveling up across 80, especially up in Iowa, I think it was last year we went up home for Thanksgiving or the year before. I don't remember. I can't remember what I did yesterday, y'all. Uh, yeah, it's going to be a little bouncy here for a minute, but that Interstate 80 is just as bad as I-70 down here from Kansas City to St. Louis. Melinda Dobson, how are you doing, girl? Good to see you. Jean Nout, how you doing? Let's see what you said. Type in all capital letters if you can. Uh, Turn your caps lock on. That way it's a little bit larger, and that way I can kind of see it when it pops up. Some channels don't like that, but it helps. Here's the rough spot. Oh, you woke up. Yeah, you're on the right side of the dirt, aren't you? Yeah, it's a rough spot here. Karen Bress, good morning. How are you doing? Well, look who's awake. Everybody say hi to mom. I'm shocked. She woke up on the right side of the dirt. That's cool. I got to switch this around here. Move my cup over. But yeah, it was. Check out my trip day 3. I think it was. Uh, I was up there. Got to stay at mom's, and yeah, it was nice and quiet. I enjoy filming the birds out there. They feed the birds better than they, well, just about as good as they feed themselves up there. But if you see all the overcast there, that's the way it's been the last couple days. Yesterday and today was just, yesterday was like a mist and spit mist off and on all day long. And Miss Linda, she is going to a class. It's probably 4 or 5 hours, they said, and it's a class on her knee replacement kind of thing. And yeah, Gene. Yeah, it can get pretty crazy, especially tomorrow. Um, but yeah, she's going to a class today that's for her knee replacement, and it's a good thing she's not going to be on her feet, standing up, moving around today, because her knee was just really bothering her yesterday when I got home. I gotta slow down. Actually had to turn the heat on in North Texas, huh? But yeah, she was hurting last night, and when I get, she's stubborn and hard headed. She doesn't like to take any medications, and I said, well, did you take a Tylenol? No, so I got the Tylenol. She can't take Advil because of other medications, complications, and whatnot. Yeah, we'll set the cruise at 55. But I think this morning she was probably feeling a little better. Somebody woke her up, I guess, at 3 o'clock in the morning, sawing logs. They had a sawmill going on, and I I have no clue who would have done that. I apologize if this is a little crooked. There we go. That's a little better. But yeah, you saw on the title and the thumbnail, stay out of our no zone, um, which means our blind spots. We have convex mirrors on, which is like a mirror that's shaped to where we can kind of see down beside us. But um, there again, stay out of our blind spots, like right in front of us, right behind us, to the sides. Trying to leave yourself an out. Yep, here we go. I was kind of hoping they'd get this bridge done before Thanksgiving, but I don't think it's going to happen. Bob Bartels, Dad, how you doing? Everybody say hi to Dad. Got to talk to him yesterday morning. I can't remember. I think it was in the morning. Uh, he actually harvested a deer Sunday afternoon, I believe. Now, we got a big truck coming up here. Watch this. See, there's no passing supposedly in this construction zone. Here he comes. I'm glad you can read. Yep, there's an accident over there, looks like. Now I'll turn that down. It just amazes me some of the drivers that speed through there and pass another large truck going through there. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, they're all backed up now on the other side. We got 12 people in here. Everybody hit the thumbs up, please. I think stabilization should be on, but I don't know. Is it shaking quite a bit? Let me know, please. If it is, I'll have to move it. Or hey, have a good day. Gosh, it looks like it's shaking. That's a little better. Gosh darn it, I didn't see that. Shaking bad. Okay. It should settle down here in a little bit. Wow, that's shaking bad too. That's better, I think. But yeah, it's amazing how some of us drivers drive. But I did get some good sleep last night. I stayed up till about 9:30, I think it was, watching the football game, and I got the news this morning that we lost. Uh, I don't know why we would lose, but it is what it is, especially at home. Hey, Rebecca, touched by yarn. Good morning. Yeah, I don't mind looking down and seeing a passenger messing around, but especially on the motorcycle, I'll pull up next to somebody on the driver's side, passing them, and they're sitting there staring at their phone going down the road. I know I've got another rag I can put under here somewhere. I don't know where it went. Hang on just a minute here, people. Yeah, it makes me want to get a little closer to that vehicle next to me on the bike and knock on their window. get their attention. Yeah, it's pretty misty. Look at that. Got the wipers going. Turn them on low here. There we go. Yeah, I didn't even look at the radar to see what the weather was doing up here. I almost rode the motorcycle this morning, but I was running kind of late, getting things gathered up, getting going. It's 40 degrees. I think the high is supposed to be 50, and it would have been a decent ride. We'll probably be getting out of this misty stuff here in a little bit. But yeah, we'll be closed, shut down on Thursday, of course, and then talk to my terminal manager. They'll probably run some runs on Friday. They'll probably have plenty of people signed up. I kind of thought about running Friday, but I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. A short run wouldn't be too bad. Mayhem Mike, if you guys know him, uh, he uh, he runs the city, and it's been kind of slow. Uh, I mean, his pickups were a little busy yesterday afternoon, but he still got off early. Uh, just ran out of things to. He loaded his trailer up with pickups from shippers and went back in, and he was done. Oop, here's a hole. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get fuel up here after I get turned around. As the wind's blowing, and I can just, it's blowing out north, I believe. Oh, what was this? Hey, Patricia, thank you. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, if you all saw their live with Mayhem Mike in the studio, it was a train wreck. I mean, it was terrible. What is on my wiper? I think what you're seeing is the washer fluid hose. It's kind of out a little bit. Must be a replacement hose that they put on. Uh, gosh, what was I saying? Oh, the live, yeah. Uh, we had Mark with Grumpy Grandpa Patriot show in the background, making adjustments on my sound and everything. And we finally we finally got it to where it should be and everything. And then I ordered another microphone, and I've got to order another one, but that was the only one they had, so I have to wait for it to come in stock and then order that. But I've got some ideas in the studio uh, that is in the works, and I might on that this coming weekend, um, because I've got some ideas, but hopefully you'll see that in the future because uh, some of the motorcycle riding, I every at least once a week last year, every week I think I rode the bike at least once all winter long, and yeah, it was a little cold, but of course everybody thought I was crazy at work showing up on the bike at work. Of course, when you only, you're 35 minutes away from work, you don't, if you get cold, you get there, take your stuff off, go inside, warm up. I was going to say that guy on the ramp right there, I thought that was the guy that passed me a minute ago, but it's not. Oh, good. It's smoothing out now. But yeah, I got some pretty good ideas. But if I do what I have in my mind, I'm going to have to order two more microphones after the one I get. See, there's Highway Patrol right there. I think he's incognito, but he's sitting there driving down the road with his phone in his hand, looking down at it where his gear shift is on the console. He must be a bigwig or something because I didn't see a computer and radio, no lights on it or whatever. But I think that was actually a Highway Patrol. And I don't know. I'm Last week I come up through here and I kept watching for. I like watching out in the fields and whatnot for deer and along the road here because you never know. There might be one getting ready to cross or a buck chasing his girlfriend across the road. That would be something if you chasing a doe across the road and she gets nailed, and then he's like, oh no, I got to go find me another girlfriend. Oh, I got to turn the furnace down now. It's getting warm in here. We just crossed the Platte River up by Platte City, Missouri. If you all know where the Platte River begins or starts up north, put a comment in the chat. Bob could probably tell me. I know it's up in Nebraska, maybe South Dakota. I'm not sure. All right. Let's see if we can get this thing wound up now. All right. But yeah, I will be probably this weekend sometime. I will probably be in the studio discussing next year's plans as far as trips and stuff, and um, be sure to have your notifications turned on for that. Um, I think Mike and I discussed it a little bit for August, a week in August. Uh, Basically, where Linda and I is going to travel in April and go in August. If you're in, don't be afraid to uh, let me know and uh, or whatever, or camping out that day that uh, we could meet up and say hi and chit chat. My mustache. The guys up in Cheyenne, they really liked my mustache, and I told them, I said, I charge them $5 a piece, to actually touch my mustache. So, uh, if you're a subscriber, I'll give you a special discount, if you want to touch my mustache. Cowboy Steve, what's going on? Drive to Florida on Friday. Wow. No, yeah, no mustache. Oh my gosh. Hey, they're closed. Closed. Oh, he's in there though. You see that? Nah, he's in the back room. Must be doing paperwork. Yeah, it looks like it might clear up a little bit. I saw in the forecast sometime where they're supposed to have snow up north, I think, this weekend. Yeah, everybody, I'm gonna say, just a reminder: type in all caps, turn your caps lock on. This is a little easier. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see here. I'm gonna do this. There we go. There. Yeah, it's Cheryl Guest. Good. Hello. Yeah, if I haven't said hello to you, please say hello again. But what is diesel here? $3.52. Oh, $3.92 right here at this one. We'll be going by a couple more. Speaking of Tylenol earlier, I'm gonna have to see if I got some in the bag here because I think I do. No, that's not Tylenol. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Guess what? I got some. 450 around here. Yeah, it's been a week. Yeah, Cheryl, I'll tell you what, uh you didn't miss nothing. It was a train wreck. Now last year, la- and for the life of me, I cannot remember who sent it last year. Somebody sent us, and I think, yeah, they're from Maine, and I apologize because I cannot remember who sent it, but they sent us some awesome Maine maple syrup and an ornament and all this stuff. And if you're in the chat, let me know because I feel so bad. I know I've got the letter somewhere, and that's one of the things I'm going to be doing in the studio is cleaning up in the studio because I have got stuff scattered all over the place. So There we go. The Platte River starts in Colorado. Okay. Let me see what that was about, Cheryl. We had, oh, and where was, that's one thing Miss Linda likes to watch is, I don't mean to, is the true crime stuff. So you had a murder in your community. That's terrible. We follow a lot of uh, cases, that are up and coming and in the past. The big popular one here lately was the Murdoch trial and all that stuff, and his son, and that's been in the that's been in the news too. That whole deal is just messed up. The woman had a custody of her niece and apparently been missing for 2 months before the other family members found out. Oh no. I'm kind of looking off to the the woods and stuff and the fields that have been picked. Come to find out, her boyfriend. Yep, that's terrible. I got a special place for them kind of people. But they'll probably spend life in prison and live off of taxpayers' dollars. Well, here's how your new cars get delivered right here in front of us. That's Jack Cooper Transport. Chevrolet, what are those? Blazers? Yeah, the Chevy Blazer, Chevy Silverado, Chevy Suburban. He's a trucking. He'll be pulling hard up this hill. I'll get around him. He coasted down the hill. He'll be all right. Yeah, he's heavy. I think I saw Missouri Outlaw in here. I think he's home trying to get his truck fixed. There's a guy out there in a side by side in the field. I wonder if he harvested something this morning. Yeah, Karen, have a good Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. The gosh darn it. Let's see here. That's a little better. Oh, look at here, Mom. If you're still in here, Mom and Dad, look at here. There's some of that expensive green paint. Well, sorry, Mr. Pickup Truck, but I'm gonna jump out here in front of you and slow you down for a second. Now, right up here on the left, I think it's up here, is the old truck stop. Well, it's not an old truck stop no more. It was a family-owned truck stop called the Ferris Truck Stop, and you'll see a big Peterbilt sitting up here on posts. That's the one thing that they left up there, but it's a Pilot now. Pilot Travel Plaza bought the old truck stop. They tore the old one down and built a new one with a Taco Bell in it. Go figure. But I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Right there on the left, up in the sky. I guess it's like a billboard now. Keep watching for deer. I saw. I actually. I actually didn't come up here yesterday. I actually went down south and into Oklahoma over to Tulsa, and I was really glad that my driver made it in pretty good time because I didn't want to be spotted down there by certain people, and I didn't want to spot them. And no, I'm just kidding. It was uh, it was a good day. It was a shorter day. Of course, we start really early on Mondays, and I didn't see anything going on down there. I need to get a hold of Country Boy with a paint buffer, and I almost called him yesterday, but I was making such good time that I really didn't want to stop or bother him if he was busy. But he does, from what he posts on Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube, on his channel and stuff. He does some amazing work with his buffer. Maybe in the spring I'll have to make a trip down there on a weekend and have him do the fairing, at least the fairing on the bike, maybe even the trunk, and before the trip, because I know they're in Florida. Yeah, he's over in Joplin. Uh, I know in Florida there's going to be a lot of bugs. That's one thing I have really got to buckle down here in the next 2 months is uh, sit down and do our route down the way down there because we're going to try and make it all the way to the Keys. I think Miss Linda would be happy if we just made it to the down in the panhandle of Florida. I mean, the Keys would be pretty cool to see, the chickens running or walking around and stuff. But I've got to do some research on some camping spots, that I can set up with the camper trailer, and possibly, hopefully in April the rates won't cease to be so darn high. If we end up staying in a motel or something one night, do laundry, and because I'm only going to take maybe a couple pairs of under drawers and a couple pairs of pants, a couple t-shirts, wear them for 2-3 days and then change out. Surprised I don't see no deer moving yet because it's not raining, but I guess they're probably bedded down and wore out. Hopefully we can get up here to the up through traffic gets a little heavy sometimes up here this next town, and I gotta hopefully get an opening to jump out in the left lane for a little bit. Turn your drawers inside out. You get a couple more days. Yeah, that's right, Melinda. Or I could wash them, put some new ones on and wash the old ones, and then just hang them off the bike, or going down the road. They'll dry. Was it 2 years ago when we went out west, did our 4,800-mile trip? We went up over. We had been riding in rain and up to Jackson Hole. My exhaust pipe came loose. I had to buy some tools to tighten that and clamp up, and we had it. I had it, and we went up over the Teton Pass over to Victor, I believe it is, and found a room there and did laundry, and it was a very expensive room. We ended up going out to eat at at an old bar and restaurant, and it was well worth it to get that room and do laundry and whatnot. We were wore out. I was so frustrated. I did. Oh, YouTube unsubscribed you again. Well, that's strange. Yeah, if you're subscribed, double check. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the all on the notifications. That's for sure. But okay, I'm gonna have to jump out up here. I think. Come on, car. Get over. Sometimes there's trucks coming up the ramp here because there's two truck stops right here. There we go. And I don't want to get caught when they jump out here. Yep, there's a truck coming up the ramp right there. He's got the coals to it. Looks like doing a good job. I'll jump back over here. Then there's another interchange up here, 36 Highway and I-29 that gets pretty hairy sometimes. Yes. Yep. The Pony Express, the home of the Pony Express. That is a good museum. We had a good time going through that. When I was laid up with my wrist uh, this spring, mom and dad came down, spent, I don't know how many days they spent, a couple days, and they brought me over here to the Pony Express Museum, and we went through that. Yeah, look at this guy. All right, we're gonna jump back over here. So yeah, we will Thanksgiving. We'll be coming over this way, go to her mom's, and uh, have Thanksgiving dinner and play games and uh, probably go up to her son's north of here. Come on now, let's go. Slow out of it. I guess there was nobody behind me. I could have stayed out there, but oh well. Turkey Day, my favorite day. Cowboy Steve. Oh, really? The truck stop back there that's the Casey's now. It used to be something else. I think it's changed hands until Casey's, a couple times till Casey's bought it. Everybody rants and raves about Bucky's, and we don't have a Bucky's around here. We've got a lot of Casey's, that's for sure. I got to stay out of Casey's because I can't walk past that pizza warmer, especially if it's fresh. That pizza just, one slice will expand your waist about 3 inches. Oh, really, Cowboys? Yeah, that's right. There's a shop up here on the left side. Oh, it's a shop, and they got storage units there too. But they've got an old international cab over, been sitting there for, I don't know, as long as Linda and I have been together, a couple of years at least. I'd like to know the story on that thing because it just sits. I stopped and looked at it one day when Miss Linda and I were running around, jumped up on the side of the cab, and it looked like it could be cleaned up pretty good. The other day I come down through here, wasn't Friday, I think it was. It was a beautiful day Friday. It was later, it was probably 5 o'clock or so, and I looked down one of these ditches on the other side. There was 5 does down there in the bottom in one of them ditches, one of those deep dishes. And I usually deer hunt, but I told my buddy I just don't really need to harvest anything this year. Next year I probably will. I need to get up north and do some work around my where I usually hunt, my stand and stuff. And I could have called one of my farmer neighbors. They probably could have put me on a spot. But I just I just was really wasn't enthused about it this year. Yeah, Cowboy Steve, you're still in here. I saw your videos. I don't know how long it's been since you posted a video. Been a while, I think. Whoop, you turn that off. So what's everybody got planned for today and tomorrow before Thanksgiving? That's the question. Everybody rushing around. Everybody going to go Black Friday shopping? Oh no, Steve. Hey man, just have fun with it. Don't worry about overproducing. I think you did, if I remember right, because it's been a while since you posted anything. One of the last videos I saw was a train trestle. Is that right? Golly, Tony. Who's Tony? Tony. Did I miss somebody in here? Our cabin in the woods. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Cowboy Steve said wife has some medical issues. Yeah. Ooh, was that deer? No. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't think it was. I think it was a corn stalk. Yep, West Virginia. Yep. I grew up along the Mississippi River, as y'all could tell on my 4-day trip that I posted, and little town called Buffalo, Iowa, and we mom and I had a house on top of the hill, and a lot of the town was to the left and to the you could look out and see the river uh, from the top of the hill, and then there's train tracks going along that river, and it's weird how you get used to the whistles and the noise and all that stuff because I I don't remember noticing it a lot when I was growing up, but I go back and it really stands out. I guess you just get used to it. TJ's new life. No, you're not invisible. Looks like the clouds might be breaking up here. That's a good thing. Maybe thinning out a little bit. And I'm going to have to look up the Missouri Department of Conservation website for the deer season because my buddy up north said that he thinks they have a CWD extension for counties that they're wanting to harvest more deer for, uh, letting hunters use their any deer tags or doe tags for an extended period of time to thin out more deer for the CWD. I don't know if they've got to be tested for CWD if you hunt those days. Uh, so that would be interesting to see. Yeah, it's population control. That's right. Excuse me. I've got uh, I've got a lot of. Yesterday I had a lot of sinus pressure. Uh, the top right side of my head, and uh, every time I sneeze or cough, that I could feel it. So last night I took a allergy pill, and I think it's really helping because I don't feel that pressure right now. I don't know. We'll wait to see until this afternoon. It's that time of year, everyone, right? Out for a walk. Our cabin in the woods. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it rained off and on all day yesterday, and we didn't leave the dogs outside. We left them in the house. Um, they did they did really good. I mean, we didn't let them run the house, but we left them back there in the laundry room area. It's like almost 99% of the leaves are off the trees now. All right, just back out of it right here. How long married? Ken? Uh, we have not tied the knot yet. That's in the future. I mean, we're not in a great big hurry, but uh, we've had other stuff going on with kids and stuff, so uh, we don't want to take attention away from them. Oh, we've been together 3 years. I don't know. Seems like 10 years, but yeah, just about 3 years, I believe. She could tell you. She's probably, hey, Texas Girl Farm, how you doing? Uh, yeah, she could tell you better than I could, because you know, I don't know what it is about, the other halves or girlfriends or fiancés or whatever, but you know, even though you're only together for a year or two, it seems like it's been 20 years, sometimes. I don't know what it is about him, just makes it seem longer. No, TJ, she's not Miss Linda. Gosh, I wish I could see some deer. There's a spot up here, and it's down. You won't be able to see it, but it's like it's an old barn, and there's another little outbuilding there, and there's a new house way probably a quarter mile up on top of the hill, and I thought that old barn's probably part of the old original farmstead, you know. All right, I'm gonna let this big truck come around me, and then I'll jump out there. And I thought, man, that'd be neat to go down there and look at that old barn and stuff. But they keep it up. I mean, it's got some dark red paint on it. It's not falling down or anything. All right. Oh, Miss Linda asked me the other day, so what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? I don't know. I got everything I really want. What do I need for? I need a lot of stuff for, you know, uh, but I mean, just spending time together or relaxing or whatever is all I need, pretty much. I just got notification. Uh, there's a gentleman I've been following for a few years on the app, Facebook app, and his name is Billy Ray Coffee, and he's not old, but he's a cowboy. He's a hard working, and he has done a lot of stuff in the he was live he popped up live on Facebook the other day, and uh I don't know if he used to rodeo in his younger days and whatnot, but he used to do a lot of work on railroads, running I think he used to run communication lines and stuff and other stuff. I mean, he's a contractor, and oh my gosh, I think this summer he was out in California, and that Billy Ray Coffee, he's a true cowboy. I mean, he was saying he was going to be at the National Finals Rodeo over there in Vegas for a few days, and I just enjoyed over the years watching his stuff on Facebook, listening while you're working. Will you make sure you tell old Pooch, old Cowboy says hello? Uh, but yeah, I really enjoy some of the stuff he posts and stuff. He's kind of old fashioned, you know. He says, you know, just spending time with family and friends for Thanksgiving, and or connecting, make a phone call to somebody that you haven't talked to in a couple of years, and all this all this traveling and flying everywhere is just plumb crazy. I, I and I know what he means, because there is no way I'd want to go through the TSA and all that stuff and flying somewhere halfway across the country, or uh, Yeah, you'd have I would have to take a couple of weeks off of work and leave early on a plane, leave early on a plane and go that way, you know what I mean? Because there's no way I'd have the patience for all that. I'd head out on the bike, go south, warmer weather. Yeah, now we're pulling a hill. These are just hills. These aren't mountains. Let's see here. You'd rather drive? Yeah, yeah. Get out and drive some of the old two lanes too. I mean, actually see something, instead of the 4 lane interstate rat race kind of thing. That's what I like to do. That's what I'm kind of hoping. When we go on our trip to Florida, I'm kind of hoping we can get down there and then take our time on the way back. And I think it's April 28th, north of Orlando. There's a rally up there called Leesburg. That's the name of the town. And man, I wish we could have time to do that, but uh, that's closer to the end of the month, closer to the end of the vacation. So it's like, well, we're just gonna wing it, and see what happens. Because I'd kind of like to come up, camp out up there around the Dragon's Tail somewhere. I'd like to at least see that. There's like 300 and some odd curves on that Dragon's Tail. I know that spot is coming up here somewhere where that barn is at. I might have missed it. It might be right up here. I'm not sure. Nope, that ain't it. There's some property for sale. Online auction, I guess. Might be over. I don't know. Land auction. There it is right there. That is a neat place. I'm sorry, y'all. It was right there on the right. So we're 70 miles from the state line. Or no, we're 70 miles away from Kansas City, the state line down there. There we go. Well, since I'm losing connection and everything, I will go ahead and call it. And everyone, please be safe if you're traveling tomorrow or Thanksgiving. If you're not, uh, maybe Thursday night when we get back, if it's not too late, or Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, we'll better. And yeah, thank you all for coming on along today. and be safe. You know, if you're running the down the interstates or whatever, traveling to grandma's house or whoever's house, wave at a truck driver because there's a lot of drivers out here that some of them don't have families to go home to, or uh, they can't make it home. Um, there's a lot of drivers right now that are hurting. Everybody's hurting in this country because there's a lot of owner operators and companies that are closing their doors. So, and if we see a freight hauler that's you know give us plenty of room, wave at them, give them an arm pump. Nobody does the arm pump thing to honk their horns anymore. And Melinda Dobson, hopefully you get to feeling better. And yeah, so and say hi to a stranger. Uh, Sunday I went to the WalMarts twice, and I was grocery shopping with all the after church crowd, and it was crazy. I couldn't believe how many you know uh, excuse me, and how you doing? Have a good day. And it was pretty interesting you know after 12 o'clock because churches usually get out about noon. So Cheryl, guess everybody else, and thanks again for your support. I really appreciate it, and we will definitely, hopefully see you on the next one, which will probably be from the studio. So stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I used to do. Okay. So we'll talk to y'all later. Say bye. Have a happy Thanksgiving.